Vanakkam and Namaste. Two persons were murdered on Monday, February 21, 2022. One was a CPIM worker and the other was a Bajrang Dal activist. The murder of the CPIM worker is allegedly the result of a rift between the CPIM and RSS workers over a local temple festival. This crime did not lead to a law and order problem and no vehicle was charged in Thalassery, Kerala, where the murder occurred. Alleging that RSS was involved in the murder, CPIM leader M.V. Jayaranjan said that this was not the only gruesome act as a result of the ongoing clash. He said that provocative speeches were made before the incidents leading up to the murder. In protest, a shutdown is planned in New Maheb Panchayat and Thalassery municipality in the coming days. The murder of the CPIM worker at the time of making this video received only a token media coverage. In contrast, following the murder of the Bajrang Dal activist in Shivamogga, Karnataka, several vehicles were torched and stone pelting was reported in Sijhalti area of the town, leading to the imposition of Section 144 of CRPC in that area. Schools and colleges within the city limits are shut for 2 days as a precautionary measure, and the city is turned into a police fortress. Karnataka Home Minister Araga Jnanendra said the hijab issue has nothing to do with the incident and it has happened for different reasons. However, his cabinet colleague, Rural Development Minister K.S. Eshwarappa, a BJP leader from Shivamogga, jumped the gun, alleging that the saffron activist was murdered by Muslim gundas. Eshwarappa also falsely alleged that Congress leader D.K. Shivkumar's speech provoked the murder. Eshwarappa was referring to Shivkumar's condemnation of hosting of the saffron flag at a college on a post meant for hosting the national flag. One fails to understand how condemning the hosting of the saffron flag on a post meant for the national flag can provoke, to use Eshwarappa's words, Muslim gundas to murder a saffron activist. Does his allegation mean, quote unquote, the Muslim gundas have great respect for the national flag and most concerned about protecting its integrity and dignity? Or does it mean, quote unquote, the Muslim gundas are more patriotic and fiercely protective of Indian democracy? If Eshwarappa's allegation that Shivkumar provoked the murder, it can only mean that the supposed quote unquote Muslim gundas acted as such out of great respect for the national flag and to protect its dignity. They are more patriotic than the Saffron Brigade and fiercely protective of the Indian democracy. While I am unsure that Eshwarappa understands the logical implication of his false accusation against D.K. Shivkumar, I am certain about his purpose in saying that, quote unquote, Muslim gundas murdered the saffron activist. His purpose is to provoke the Saffron Brigade to launch attacks on the Muslim minority and further polarize the society for electoral gains. This is a part of the Hindutva agenda. It is appalling that politicians like Eshwarappa are stooping so low for electoral gains. He wants to project himself as the guardian and protector of the Hindus. If he is a Hindu hero, then there must be a villain, and that villain is a minority Muslim community. For his loose talks and behavior, He has been ridiculed by former Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as saying there is no connection between Eshwarappa's tongue and his mind. Meanwhile, according to Home Minister Nyanendra, there is no information about any organization behind the murder of the saffron activist. And a police officer has denied that the murder is linked to the hijab row. According to him, the victim and the gang of youth knew each other and that the murder appears to be the result of an old rivalry. Meanwhile, Shivamogga SP B.M. Lakshmi Prasad said that 2 persons have been taken into custody in connection with the murder whose names he did not divulge. Sensible people will wait for the completion of investigation in cases such as the killing of the saffron activist. But it would be too much to ask of Eshwarappa to behave sensibly, reasonably and patiently. Thank you for watching. My name is Deva.